Imagine a deal where you never lose another hand, another bet, or another game for the rest of your life, provided you are willing to pay a price you won't see until it's too late. Inside a high-stakes casino, the air was thick with the scent of cigars and desperation. 2 million rupees sat in the center of the table. Two men faced each other, a ruined gambler named Gaurav and a man known only as Lucky. Gaurav's hands shook as he looked at his chips. This wager represented his last hope, his house, and his future. If he lost this hand, his life as he knew it was over. Lucky sat in unnerving silence. He didn't even bother to look at his cards before calling the bet. He flipped a winning hand with a casual flick of his wrist, offering only a small smile. "No one beats me. My name is Lucky." Financial ruin acts as a powerful blindfold. Gaurav saw the impossibility of the win, but his need for a miracle outweighed his sense of caution, leaving him wide open for what came next. Gaurav followed Lucky out of the casino, pleading for the secret behind that untouchable streak. He wasn't looking for a lesson, he was looking for a lifeline. Lucky spoke of forces that science and logic couldn't touch. He told Gaurav that effort is a distraction for the masses. Real power belongs to those who recognize the dark energies that actually steer human fate. The secret carried a condition, a test of courage. Lucky warned him that any flicker of fear during the ritual would be fatal. Gaurav agreed instantly, his greed drowning out his survival instinct. Lucky handed him a stack of cash and a set of instructions. Meet at the city's edge, in the graveyard, at exactly midnight. By framing the ritual as a challenge for the brave, Lucky made the deal feel like an achievement. Gaurav stopped feeling like a victim and started feeling like he was part of something elite. The city lights faded into a heavy, oppressive fog as Gaurav reached the graveyard. The silence was absolute, broken only by the ticking of his watch as it hit 12. Lucky emerged from the shadows and handed over the tools for the task. Gaurav had to find a headstone marked with Lucky's name, exhume the body, and drive a rusted iron nail through its skull. Each shovel of dirt felt heavier than the last. The cold air filled Gaurav's lungs, but the thought of the casino floor, the power, the money, pushed him to keep digging. He reached the wood of the coffin, pried it open, and stared at the gray face. With a single heavy strike of the hammer, he drove the nail home. Crossing that threshold changed Gaurav. By desecrating the dead for his own gain, he abandoned the rules of the living world and tied his fate to something much older. Gaurav woke up in his own bed the following morning. For a moment, he felt a wave of relief, convinced the graveyard and the corpse were nothing more than a fever dream brought on by his losses. That relief vanished when he felt a sharp metallic protrusion at the base of his skull. The graveyard nail was fused to his bone. The entity anchored itself to his nervous system, whispering the deal was finalized. He was the new Lucky. The demon promised him the world. Every bet would land and every wish would be granted. But the parasite required a constant supply of Gaurav's blood to stay active. There was one escape. Gaurav had to find another desperate soul to take the nail before his own body withered away. The ritual in the graveyard was a delivery system. The demon didn't need a hero. It just needed a host willing to open the door. Gaurav found a note in his pocket, left by the man he met at the casino. The paper was stained, the handwriting frantic and jagged. The message was a confession. The original Lucky thanked Gaurav for taking the curse, and urged him to find a successor quickly, or the demon would finish its meal. The original Lucky wasn't a master of fate. He was a terrified host in the final stages of consumption, hunting for a replacement. The demon provides the bankroll. The massive winnings are a lure, intended to draw in the next greedy soul seeking a shortcut. Months later, Gaurav sits at the same table where his nightmare began. He looks every bit the winner, his suit expensive and his confidence absolute. He watches a ruined man across the table, someone as broken as he once was. Gaurav smiles coldly and repeats the line, "No one beats me today. My name is Lucky." The cycle has found new momentum. Gaurav is no longer the gambler. He is the bait. and the trap is set for the next man who believes in easy miracles. When fortune arrives with no effort and no explanation, it usually comes with a hidden hook. Greed never leads to luck, it leads to a host.